morning or good afternoon. This is a pre-recorded session, a pre-recorded movement snack for the 24th of December. And for a movement snack, this can be done in sitting, it can be done in standing, and it can be done standing supported. So the choice of where you do your movement, where you do your exercise, depends on your abilities and what you feel like on the day. My name's Moira and I teach Senior Flex, Freestyle Fitness Yoga and the Strength and Balance component of Active Options programme, all at Leave and Mouth Leisure Centre. Before we start, you need to always make sure you've got free space to move, nothing like Christmas trees to get in your way. You want to make sure you've got something solid on your feet, perhaps not too stiff a sole, but certainly you want to have your heels supported. I've got a chair, I've got something solid that I can do some of my supported standing on. I have a tea towel, and I have a pair of stretchy tights and a couple of water bottles, but that's all, nothing high tech in my kitchen this morning. So this is just a taster. I'm going to do a circulation boost, a bit of mobility, upper limb strength, a lower limb strength and a balance, all in 10 minutes. Might take us a bit more than 10 minutes. Anyway, let's start with the circulation boost. So we're going to go toe to heel. If I turn on to the side, you'll see. Just starting to work through our feet, work through our legs. Thinking about our posture, keeping our head held high, getting as much space as you can between your chest and your pelvis. So you're really lifting up out of that pelvis. You're really lifting that head. I think I should be standing exactly where the Christmas tree is, but hey ho. You can start to bring your arms in once you've got a bit of rhythm going. So again, it's your rhythm, it's your pace, but you're just driving those heels down. So this can be done standing as I am here, or you may feel you want to be holding on with one hand, or you could be holding on with two hands, or you can also do this one in sitting, just driving through those feet. Posture, equally if not more important, when you're in the chair. You might want to put your hands here just to help give you that extra bit lift. But you'll be working away at this. If you don't have the movement in your legs in sitting, again it's circulation boost. Get the arms moving side to side. And you'll be doing this until basically you felt that you were ready to take a deeper breath in, and then that's you ready to move on to your mobility section. And today we're just going to think about our shoulder girdle, raising up and pushing down, raising up and pushing down. Roll the shoulders round. The shoulder girdle, quite key to our posture, and posture quite key to everything we do in exercise and movement. Working a bit more into that shoulder girdle, think of your scapula in at the back, which sometimes can get a little bit stuck to your ribs. I like to think about bringing the scapula forwards and then pulling it back. Bringing it forwards, pulling it back. And as you pull it back, you're trying to bring those shoulder blades together, just gently pulling them together. Remembering that this is just a mobility exercise. So we're not holding, we're not working against a resistance. We're really literally just trying to get some movement around our shoulder girdle and our upper back as well. Good. Now if you're doing this at home, you may want to work on some mobility stuff for a bit longer. Obviously this is just a bit of a taster. So we're moving on to our tricep. So you're going to take a hold of the band, the tea towel in one hand, grip it with the other hand. I'll show you the one that's sitting first. So you're sitting well up out of your pelvis, sitting tall in the chair, at the exercise part of the chair, feet down flat. Then you're just going to drive that elbow back, feeling the resistance with the front hand, and let go. So you give yourself that bit of resistance and you pull back against the resistance. And just do a few more on that side sitting. One more. And stop. If you're doing this one in standing, I'll just change hands for that. If you're sitting, you can just move from hand to hand and play about with that one. If you're standing, you want your feet a good hip width apart, your hips open, your knees slightly soft, and again thinking about that posture. And you're just going to drive that elbow back so that you're feeling this in the back of your arm and your tricep muscle there. Pulling back. One more time. And I also sometimes do this with tights, because that offers a bit of stretch, and not only can you pull the elbow back, but you can lengthen down, and that just gets into a different part of that tricep muscle. So you're reaching back. And all these exercises are important for moving up and down bed, getting up from a really low stool, or the next one I'm going to show you, just preparing you for your Freestyle Fitness Yoga body balance classes. So sometimes certainly in the Freestyle Fitness Yoga, when we're coming down into a tricep dip, that gives people some issues. So you're not going to see me properly with this one, but I have my hands on my bunker type support. It's nice and solid, it isn't going anywhere. I have my hands open. I have index finger pointing forwards, and most of my weight is coming down between my index finger and thumb. I've got my shoulders rolled out, elbows facing forwards, and as my elbows come back, it's like you're holding on to some newspapers between your arm that you see. So what you can do at home with that one, practicing your tricep dip, is you bring your arms in. I've got my feet back, so I've got a nice straight line, and now I'm just going to take my chest towards that solid support and push back. And as my elbows go back, I could be holding on to newspapers. That's what Michelle, the yoga teacher, tells me. Keep those newspapers between your inner arms and trunk. So that's a range of a tricep exercise for varying abilities. You choose which is right for you. Moving on to our lower limbs. Coming forwards in the chair, you've got your feet back like so, and you can push yourself, drive yourself up to stand. Come back to the chair, slowly down. Now if standing isn't on your radar, but you still need to be working into these legs, come to the seated part, the exercise part of the chair, and just bring your weight forwards as if you were doing a little jockey lift. So you really feel that you're working down into these quadricep muscles. A little jockey lift. You can do a little jockey lift with a reach with one hand, and a little jockey lift with a reach with the other. So that might be an option for you. Another option is holding on to something that is solid and just getting that little bend, that little, just you're closing your hips and you're letting your knees bend back, and you'll take that down as far as you can, but you can be holding on. Again, you can reach with one hand and up, and reach with the other hand, up. One more to each side. And then obviously if you're going to body pump, the freestyle fitness yoga, you will want to come a bit deeper down into that movement. You might even want to get yourself onto the second bottom step and try to get up from that step or the bottom step. See if you can get up from the bottom step without holding your hands. So these are little movement snacks that you could quite easily fit into your day. Just little movement snacks that you're crowbar and extra movement, they call it extra moving minutes, that you're going to crowbar into your day. Lots of things you can do with the tea towel while you're in the kitchen. Working your wrists and fingers. Lots. So whizzing on through, just check my notes. Obviously what we've just done on your legs is a big help for getting up and down stairs, up and down a chair. If you've taken it a bit further, coming up and down hills, walking, just good for all of these things. Moving on with your balance. We've been working in our classes at getting what we're looking for, a single leg stand, and seeing how long people can stand on that one leg. I know you can't see my head face, but that's not important in this exercise. So that's a wee tester for you. Can you stand on one leg? And can you stand on one leg for 20 seconds? Now for some of you that will be dead easy, and you might add a sort of more, complicate that a wee bit. But for others, you just want to test yourself like that. And you might need to have a hand on the back of a chair, or two hands on the back of the chair as you lift one leg up. The other. Actually, doing these exercises in your kitchen is great, because you can get up nice and close to something solid. And just gives you that bit more confidence to do some of the exercises that we're doing in the class in the middle of a big gym. If standing's not on your radar, then sitting on the chair and lifting one leg up, popping your hands out to the side, and just seeing if you can just move. So what you've done is you've decreased your base of support in sitting, and you're seeing if you can move out with that base of support, using your trunk muscles, using your back muscles to keep you balanced in the chair. Right, well that was a whiz through. There are lots and lots and lots of little movement snacks that you can fit into your day to either keeping function going, or just keeping you, just preparing you for coming back to classes in January or February, and working on the things that you struggle with in the classes. I think if I have to finish with anything, finish with the strap line of, to keep moving well, you need to keep moving more. And you might have the opportunity over the festive season to be with somebody who is starting to have difficulty getting up out of a chair or in and out of a taxi or in and out of a car, and they feel because they can't do that, then it just narrows their life down, they stop doing things. So maybe just this is an opportunity for you to give a little gentle nudge, just to say that exercises can be quite simple, and those simple exercises will help maintain that function and ability for much longer. Anyway, I've rabbled on a little bit, and we are getting close to Christmas now, so I think it just leaves me to say, wish you and yours and your family a happy Christmas, a happy and safe Christmas. Thank you for your time this morning.